What's up, guys? My name is Frank Gaming back here. Today we're going to be checking out really quick the BeamNG 0.12 update. Now, I just did a video that failed, so I'm going to redo this now. Audio quality got messed up big time. I don't know why. But they added, some of the main features they added was the Windward D something, which is the bus that I have right now. So if I go to vehicles, and we go down here to the bus, it is the Windward DT 40L, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different versions that you can choose from. There's the Hero, which has basically a cape and a jetpack, or a cape and jet engines attached onto it with a Hero skin, and it looks kind of cool. It's really fast. And then you get the Zebra one, which just looks like a zebra bus. I don't know. The base model, which is just plain, nothing on it. It's just white. The highway bus, kind of the same. The city one, which has a city skin on it, which is the one I'm using right now. And then you got a safari one, which is more like camo looking and all that. They added some new sounds, and we'll go over those right now. If you go in the interior of any vehicle and you hit the indicators, you'll notice there's now a sound for those, whereas there wasn't before, and you had to get a mod to do it. Now they actually implemented those into the game for left, right, and the hazards. And they also have air suspension for the bus and the semi-truck, I believe. We'll check out both of those. This is the bus right now. I have the cape and the jet engines attached to it. So I'll just go ahead and show you how fast this thing goes with that. It's just really fun to throw these on when you want to have some fun and just ramp some stuff. Oh, the engine fell out and the rear axle broke. It still goes though. Now, I was going to let you hear the tire sound, but apparently the back tires broke, so... but one of them popped. They added a new sound for those, and it sounds really good. I think that's all the sounds they... Oh, the suspension. So if I open the controls for this bus, because you can do some stuff to it. If I do the kneel right, you'll hear that sound. And I can toggle the doors. There's a door sound for those two, and they open both of them. We'll close those. And we'll do Alt G. And it'll reset the height. That'll, like, basically it just makes it come back up from the kneel right position. If I hit T on the keyboard, it toggles the jetpack. So if you just want to hit T and have them on all the time, you can just toggle them. You don't have to hold down the button, and then you can just steer with it. We're still going. Oh gosh. Well, everything broke on that. If I can get over to it, I'll show one thing that they opened up in the map. If you're on the West Coast USA map, the new one they released last update, then you can access now. You can access the bridge that was previously been blocked off by barriers. You can access it now, and all it does is there's just a tunnel at the end, and it just literally turns you around and takes you back over the bridge. So you go over the bridge, you go through the tunnel, and you come back, and you're on the other side of the road coming back over the bridge. But if you ever want to do if you ever wanted to do the crashes on the bridge, and you might have had to get a mod for that, I don't know if anyone actually made one for that, then you can do that now because they opened the bridge up. Alright, so we'll switch vehicles real quick, just to something a little different. But that's the bus, and they also added some new thingies for that. They plan on adding characters. I don't know how it's going to work positively, but there's a way that I would want it to work, which was like they had it in Rigs of Rod, which was their game before BeamNG Drive that they made, where you could walk around as a character, you could see your character, you actually had to get into the cars and start them up and all that. Whereas in this game, it's just, the cars are empty, you're basically the car, you're not even a person. And I wish they'd go back to that instead. We're gonna get out the truck to see if the sounds apply to this thing as well. We'll just get out the 75 long haul. It should have the same air suspension sounds, I think is what they changed on it too. What does G do? I don't know what that did. But you can see the sounds are on that too. I think that's about... Oh, shoot. So let's get this thing back up onto a road or something. There is a couple other little things that you can check in the changelog. They did actually add a track editor, so you can build your own tracks. Kind of like the ones they have on Grid Map. So you can like build your own tracks for like drag racing or just racing or circuits or something like that, apparently now. And they'll probably have a hotfix coming out in a couple days or so to fix some issues that probably have already arose from the new update that they added, like some bugs and all that. So if there's another update that comes out in the next, and I don't know, they might even add some new configurations for some vehicles, because they also did that in this update too. But you can check the changelog for that. I'll leave their website and where you can look at that in the description below. They did say they changed the D series to make it have more of a bouncy suspension or something like that. I don't think there's any really way of showing how that is any better, because I don't have any videos of before that update that I really have made to show any difference between it, so I don't know how. You could probably do that yourself. They don't even have a video for it. Otherwise, they added the bus, some scenarios for the bus. They opened the bridge on this map. They add some new sounds, which are pretty good, which include air suspension, blinkers, indicators, and all that. And then they added the whole jet engines for the bus too, which is cool. And they added some new engine configurations, or engine customization that you can do now. I'm not really sure what some of them do. If I go to the frame, you go to the engine for this thing. There's engine management and engine long block, and you can change these on some of the vehicles. You can. And then you got your turbocharger and all that stuff, of course. But those are all standard. The two new things they added though was the engine management and the long block. I'm not sure what they really do. And you can also, if you go into this menu, you can now hide different parts of the vehicles that you don't want to see. Say if you're customizing a specific part and there's all kinds of stuff in the way, well, you can hide, like, say I'm trying to do the engine and I want to see different, like, models or what it looks like. I can, if the radiator's in the way, I can now take that away. I can also even just take the whole front axle off and it'll just be gone. I can take the whole rear axle off and it'll just have the wheels, or the front rear axle actually. And you can hide all kinds of, I can just hide the cab and it just looks like that. I can hide that now, so yeah. It's almost like you can take different parts off just by clicking this now. You don't actually have to go to empty anymore. I think they just made it kind of easier. Yeah, that's all for this update, really, that they added. New sounds, the bus scenarios. They'll probably be adding some characters later in some way or form, because I've seen that they've been sneak peeking about it or whatever. They also added this sound, though, the backup sound, reverse sounds for the truck and the bus. Only those have it, because those are the only two big vehicles in here, really. They probably added it to the H-Series box-looking van things, too, as well, since they're kind of a semi, I'd say so. But they added that sound. And all the indicators are going to sound, I think, different in different vehicles, too. I'm not sure, but that doesn't sound like the normal ones. It sounds different in the truck and all that, so... I'll leave stuff down below for you to read the changelog and all that on their website, and you can look over it. If you don't have the update, yeah, you can get it, and fool around with that bus and just go fast and stuff like that. So that's going to be cool. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a comment, rate, and subscribe below, and I'll